The Holy Inquisition of Christianity. Before the Inquisition, a church in crisis. For centuries, people feared a knock at the door.
Imagine living in a world where your beliefs could determine whether you lived or died. A single accusation of heresy
Could destroy your family, your reputation, and your future. Many know the name the Inquisition. Few know how it began.
This is the story of faith, power, fear, and justice in medieval Europe. Europe after the fall of Rome.
After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Europe became politically fragmented. The Christian Church emerged as,
what should we do now?
One of the few institutions that united much of Western Europe. Monasteries preserved learning. Bishops advised kings.
The Pope became one of the most influential religious leaders in Europe. For many people, religion shaped every part their daily
life, from birth to death. But unity also brought a challenge. What should happen when Christians publicly rejected official church teachings? Different beliefs spread across Europe.
Throughout the Middle Ages,
different Christian groups interpreted scripture in different ways. Some criticized the wealth of church leaders. Others rejected certain church doctrines or authority. Church leaders referred to some of these movements as
beliefs considered contrary to official teaching. Not every disagreement led to persecution. Many debates
were handled through preaching, discussion, or local councils. But as religious disputes grew, some rulers and church authorities feared they could also threaten political stability. Faith and government became closely connected. In medieval Europe, religion and government were deeply intertwined. Kings often relied on the church for legitimacy.
The church relied on rulers to enforce certain laws. Religious unity was widely viewed as essential for social order.
As a result, challenges to religious authority could also be seen as challenges to political authority. This close relationship shaped how authorities responded to dissent. Investigation becomes policy. By the 12th and 13th centuries,
church leaders sought more organized ways to investigate accusations of heresy.
Instead of leaving every case to local authorities, formal procedures gradually developed. These investigations were intended to determine whether
and what might follow from the discovery.
The accusations were true, and whether the accused would return to accepted church teaching. This system would eventually
become known as the Inquisition. Its purpose, methods, and consequences would become subjects of intense historical debate for centuries. 1231 AD. In 1231, Pope Gregory IX established what historians call the Papal Inquisition. Specially appointed investigators, often members of religious orders, were tasked with examining allegations of heresy.
in certain parts of Europe. Their procedures differed from place to place and changed over time.
Some people confessed and received religious penances. Others faced imprisonment. In some cases,
individuals condemned by secular authorities after ecclesiastical proceedings were executed.
Inquisition is complex and has been interpreted differently by historians, depending on the region, period, and sources examined. The investigations had begun. What started as an effort to preserve religious unity would become one of history's
most controversial institutions. Who was accused? How were trials conducted? Were the stories of torture cruel and unusual?
And fear is always true, or more complicated than legend suggests. Those questions await us in the next chapter.
In the next episode, we examine how inquisitorial courts operated, who was targeted, what legal procedures were used.
The legal procedures employed during the expansion of the medieval Inquisition were complex and varied. To be continued.